Today is National Tooth Fairy Day, and it celebrates the excitement and wonder of kids losing their teeth. National Tooth Fairy Day is a reminder for kids, young and old, to relive the fun of visits from the Tooth Fairy when a newly lost tooth was exchanged for a fun surprise as they looked under their pillow in the morning. So here we go with some Tooth Fairy memes today. And yes, happy National Tooth Fairy Day. Absolutely. Absolutely. I remember when the kids were little, and one time the Tooth Fairy forgot, I'll be honest. So the Tooth Fairy had to write a note and put it under the pillow the next day and say, I'm so sorry. It got really, really busy and I ran out of time, or something like that. My apologies. Here's double the amount I would give you. So they got like $2 or something like that instead of one. But yeah, it was, yeah, Tooth Fairy had to write a note, an apology note. I was just trying to catch the Tooth Fairy in action. Pops acts like I wanted him to trigger the mouse traps by the bed. When did he start sleepwalking anyway? And if you want your kids to stop asking you what the Tooth Fairy looks like, show them this. Oh my gosh, that's so creepy. And Penny, congratulations on your grandson losing his first tooth. Oh, yeah, how Tommy couldn't have been better. Yes, do not ever show. I never want to see this picture again. That is just ucky scary. Adult Tooth Fairies be like, cash or card? Oh, and a Snortopoopus, according to Phantom Outsider, has a cousin in the Tooth Fairy business called Snortotoothus Q. Ah. Oh. The Tooth Fairy taught kids to sell their body parts for money. Blame her for prostitution. Yes, taught them to sell their body parts at a young age. Oh my goodness gracious. Tooth fairies. Well, let's see. We taught him that. We taught him to go up to strangers and ask for candy when we tell him all the rest of the year not to. And we tell him to believe someone that breaks into our house and leaves gifts. Yeah. No wonder kids are so messed up. Note to self. My child lost a tooth. Please remember this fact sometime after she falls asleep, but before 6 a.m. when she informs me that the Tooth Fairy didn't come. Yep, and that's when the Tooth Fairy writes an apology note the next day. Or I call the Tooth Fairy hotline and complain. I've done that. Yep, you get very innovative ways when you fall asleep and don't wake up in time. Are teeth with silver caps more valuable to the Tooth Fairy? I don't know. With the cost of silver, maybe. A Tooth Fairy visits when you're a child is a great feeling. But when it happens when you're old, it's the worst. Yes, we're so excited to lose those teeth when we're kids. But man, when we grow up, oh no, I lost a tooth, I cracked a tooth. Oh, whatever. It's awful. Oh my goodness. And he believes in the tooth fairy, but she steals all his teeth. Poor guy. And this is why, and this is why you, if you have kids, you shouldn't drink. So cool. The tooth fairy was drunk last night. Gave me, I guess it's 100, probably, I don't know if it's pounds, but a big bill. Well, if that was American dollars, it'd be $100. Oh my gosh. That's why when some parents they go, "Oh yeah, my kid lost their first tooth. I gave him $20." I'm like, "What are you doing? You've now set the bar that every tooth that they lose now you must give them $20." No, no, no. You know, I remember getting a quarter and that was like, wow. So my kids got $1 for $1 when they had a tooth. But yes, you've set the bar too high, sir. You've set the bar too high. The the tooth fairy collects never have work done on them. They are baby teeth. That dirty secret is everyone gets their own set of fingerprints, but they recycle baby teeth. Tooth fairy only gives a portion, a percentage of the deposit money. Oh my goodness gracious. You're only getting the deposit back. We can't afford to remit you the full price. They've been used. Snorted Poopa says the tooth fairy doesn't dare come for my teeth. Yes, yes. Sharks should be rich. I was just thinking that. Because they lose teeth all the time. They got rows and rows of them. Baby shark. I will not sing the song, but hopefully I put that song now in your head. Tooth fairy, please don't rip me off. Leave money for my tooth. I worked hard to pull it out. Yes. And then the tooth fairy should respond. If I was the tooth fairy, I'd respond to that. Okay, this is frightening. I'm glad my kids never did this. Just learned our 9-year-old did an experiment on us. Lost a tooth and told no one for 3 days. Kept tooth under his pillow. No money. Then he tells us he lost his tooth. Next night, there's money under his pillow. Then confronted us with the scientific evidence that the tooth fairy isn't real. Well, number one, I'm going to say this. Where did the kid lose the tooth? I mean, was it a far back one? Because I don't know. I probably would have noticed my kid lost a tooth. But, well, kids, you just lost out on money. Because when you tell me that it's not real, then it's like, fine, then you won't get any more money. Don't worry about it. Smarty pant kid, save me some money. My dog lost his first baby tooth yesterday. My kids put it under his water dish and the tooth fairy came. Oh, gave him a little biscuit. Okay. That's cute. That's kind of cute. If that really happened, that's a funny looking tooth. But yep. Oh, I would do something like that if my kids did that. Oh, Snortopoopa said that the tooth fairy doesn't dare to come for his teeth. I said that earlier. And Phantom says, what Snortopoopa doesn't know, remember, is baby polar bears swallow their baby teeth. And the tooth fairy collects them but never pay for the polar bear. Pay the baby polar bears. Well, I'm going to tell you, that's rather gross. I hope I don't get those teeth recycled into me. Ugh. Ugh. And good morning, buddy. I hope you are doing well this morning. Okay, here. My 5-year-old asked me why the tooth fairy left a check under her pillow. I said, I'm not sure, but he probably doesn't want you to cash it until the 1st. Yeah, tooth fairy's a little broke this month. We had to buy groceries, gas for the car, pay for insurance, I'm sure. Oh, goodness. Oh, this poor guy right here. He left the tooth for the tooth fairy. He woke up to a bill for 25 cents. Please leave 25 cents under the table, under the pillow. I'm sure I wonder if there's a horror movie about tooth fairies. I think there is. And yes, Soda Poopa says, all I want for Christmas is my 2 front teeth and $50. $50. Oh my goodness. Oh, everybody. Well, that are our memes for today. I hope that you enjoyed them. Some of them were pretty funny.
Join me Monday through Wednesday and Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, for Morning Musings with Mrs. Dadman Walking. Not only will we share memes, we will do a daily puzzle and talk about the birthdays and celebrations of the day. I hope to see you at 10 a.m. for Morning Musings with Mrs. DadmanWalking55, your daily dose of positivity.